Good morning, boys and girls. Today, for our text structure lesson, we're looking at compare and contrast text structure. Remember, when we're comparing and contrasting, we're looking at some similarities and we're looking at the differences. Your objective for today is to find the important information in compare and contrast text. Remember, when we're talking about compare and contrast text, we are talking about nonfiction text. So we're looking at ways to help us to better understand when we are reading nonfiction text. Okay, so here is a picture of a Venn diagram that we use to compare and contrast. So these are the differences between the two topics. So topic 1 traits, topic 2 traits. These are the differences between the two. And right here in the middle would be the similarities. So in compare and contrast, the author explains how two or more things are alike or how they're different. All right, this is what you should pay attention to when you are reading compare and contrast text. You need to look for the two topics being compared, the similarities or the way they're the same, and the differences or the way they're different. You'll know you understand when you can identify how the two topics are alike and how they are different. So if you're reading a nonfiction and it's talking about two different topics and it's telling you how they're the same and how they're different, that is the most important thing that you need to look for. All right, so we are going to look at some examples. These are some signal words that you'll see in compare and contrast. Different, same as, either, in contrast, on the other hand, both, alike, and similarly. So we're going to read this little tiny passage and find some of these signal words. Spaghetti and ravioli are both kinds of pasta. Spaghetti is a long noodle, but ravioli is different. It is a square-shaped stuffed pasta. Okay, so we see the word both. We see the word different. So that is two of the signal words that we see in this passage. All right, now we are going to move these to show the difference. So we've got spaghetti and we've got ravioli. All right, we know that spaghetti is a long noodle. Ravioli is square and stuffed, but they are both a kind of pasta. So here's how spaghetti is different from ravioli. Here is how ravioli is different from spaghetti. And here is a way that they are both the same. All right, let's look at another one. We're going to look for some signal words in this one. You can find both ducks and geese at your local pond. Ducks eat plants and insects. In contrast, geese only eat plants. Okay, so we have the word both. And then another signal word we have is in contrast. So let's compare these. We're comparing ducks and we're comparing geese. Now, let's find a way that they're the same first. So the first sentence says you can find both ducks and geese at your local pond. All right, ducks eat plants and insects. So and then geese eat only plants. here, that's how they're the same. You can find them in the pond. Ducks eat insects and plants, and geese eat only plants. So, when we are looking at compare and contrast text structure, we're looking for the similarities and the differences between two topics. To make sure that you're reading compare and contrast, look for two topics, how they are alike and how they are different. And if you can find these, you will be able to identify the most important part of the text that you are reading.